All right. Make sure my volume is good. All right. Hello, lovely people. It is. I'm so tired, but we're gonna push through. We're gonna do our best. Hopefully, I don't know if my camera quality is good. I think it's okay, right? It's a nice sunny day. Um, we're just gonna get started. I'm pretty happy that I don't have to use a device because I tested certain things in the last stream and I could just use an emulator. So I'm pretty happy, but yeah, hopefully we can get some more work done. Kind of forgetting what we did 2 days ago, I think. I don't think I coded yesterday. I was playing volleyball. My shoulder kind of hurts, but yeah, if I'm yawning or if I'm coughing, I think I'm getting sick. And I also didn't get a good sleep. I woke up at like 5 a.m. Hey, what's up, Izuku? Welcome back. Welcome back. I do remember you. Sorry, I haven't been on for a little bit, but I've been back to streaming, so I'm trying to be good about it again this time. All right, let's just run the app. Let's see how it's going. Okay. All right, so here, I think this is grabbing things properly, or as proper as it can be. Lockout page model. I feel like this should be before this. Hey, what's up, Granarolo? Oh, Raphael. What's up, Raphael? Welcome to the stream. You recently subscribed to the channel. I thought what you were doing is great. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to do our best to make a mobile app. So we're gonna, I mean, it's going well so far. But yeah. Thanks for coming by. What is all of this? Okay, I think it's just, I think we're good. I think it's just doing its own thing. Hello name I can't pronounce. Yeah. I hope I pronounced it well, but Raphael sounds good to me. Welcome to stream. Hope you like it. You see I have 1K. Yeah, we hit it 2 days ago. While we were streaming. It was very exciting. I think the last time I checked you had 600. Yeah, we're growing. We're growing slowly. But yeah, I'm trying to pick up the pace a little bit, so doing my best here. Doing my best to try and find something that works. Something that feels good. So we're getting there. We are getting there slowly. Oh, sorry. Okay. All right. This seems to be going well. Let's just background this app, see if it resets everything, closes the main apps, which is good. And let's see it run for the first time. Nice. Okay, so we have a list of the apps that we want. For the most part, YouTube, Google, Messages, Camera. Yeah, that's all the apps we have, I think. Let's see here. Yep, that's all of them for the most part. I think we're missing a few. I think we're missing T-Mobile. Do we have YouTube? We do. Do we have YouTube Music? Oh, we do. Okay, I think we have most of them. Do we have camera? Yeah, we do. Okay, so we have most of them. This should be okay to keep going. So let's open up our Notion and see what we have to do. Lastly, we will have redundant data. In an ideal world, we would update. Okay. I guess we could just look at what we did here. Properly pass input data to check block lists. I think that's what we were working on 2 days ago. So we passed the blocked app list. I am really not happy about this logic at all, because it just seems so counterintuitive. Like, we get the data here, we turn it into a string, let's do some research. Hold on, let's Flutter darts, convert to string without. Dot join? What do you mean? I don't think join is the way to go. This is definitely not the way to go. Let me see. Do you know how to make a short live? Like, what do you mean? Like a short live stream or a YouTube short that's live? I haven't experimented with shorts though too much, so I wouldn't know. It's a milk brand here in Italy. Oh, Italy, cool. I just went to Italy in last April. Beautiful place. Probably my best milk brand, and yeah, I'm from Italy, so cool. Oh, Raffaele. Okay, cool. I hope I pronounced that well. And then Natnael, what's up? Hello from Ethiopia. Welcome. Yeah, I don't usually stream around this time, so I'm sorry if you guys end up missing me, because I usually work during this time, but today I have the day off, which is why I'm on during the times where like the international time zones kind of align and you guys kind of see me. But other than that, I think like my time zone might be a little bit too late. I usually stream like right now it's 10 a.m. So I don't know what time it is for you guys, but I usually get on around like really late, like 8 p.m. here. So maybe 10 hours from now. So I don't know what time that is for you, but it might be a little too late. So sorry about that. right, let's ask. Yeah, you can ask me something. You can ask me anything. Whatever's good for you. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get an answer for this. So I think what I'll do instead is I'll just do toString and we'll do is this a array? It is an array. So let's do this over here. That's kind of long, but that's fine. And we can do that. Something like this, maybe. All right, let's see if this works. We have to stop this program, run it back. In my next future, I want to be a software engineer. I wanted to contribute to a company like doing the job, but what about if a programmer wants to make their own program or website app personal? Does the actual job require you require 2 hours? Requires you 2 hours. I think you might have meant like requires too many hours. So I guess I'll answer the first part, which is what about if a program wants to make their own program? You can make your own program or app or like a personal app. I think where companies are against it is if you're like if what you're creating is like a competitor, then in that case there usually is an NDA or a non-disclosure agreement or an investors or like an intellectual property agreement where if you make something that's related to what you work on at work, then it could be considered something that a company can claim. But for the most part, you can work things out with your company to make sure that you're not making something that aligns with what they're doing. And as long as you do that, there's no problems. You can always spend your time as freely as you want to. You're new by coding. I don't know any languages. Oh yeah, that's okay. Everyone starts from somewhere. Oh, what the heck? Oh, whoops. Oh, I did this wrong. Right, that looks a little better. Alright, let's see what this looks like. This should be good now. Yep, alright, we're good. This makes it so that okay. Alright, so now we're producing a list. The next thing to do is to regrab usage data. So let's see. We have the app list here. Can we return this? Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. So we'll do instantiating, and we will do this. And in the case, we'll get an error message, and if not, we'll return it. And then what we'll do here is we will let's try printing it out first, seeing if that works. What is this? I think I could just do this, right? Yeah. Now I don't know if the print statement will work, because I think print statements have a character limit, but let's give it a try. Let's see what shows up here. We're just gonna restart this because I don't know if it'll take our changes. What's up, Mustafa? Hopefully I pronounced that right. Welcome to the stream. By now, I cannot do it. I should first learn coding languages and stuff like libraries and understand this world. I love problem solving and I'm curious about this world. Yeah, no, that sounds like a good plan. The 3 languages are pretty staple to just learning how to do things. So I would say you're doing a great job. Just keep it up. And if you have any other questions, feel free to let me know. If I'm not, it may be a little hard for you to join my streams if you're not up 10 hours from now. So my recommendation, join the Discord. It's in my YouTube channel, and you can always ask questions there, and I'll always get back to you in the Discord. Am I a student? I am not a student. No, I'm a software engineer at Google. So I already finished college, or university if you're in a different country. I think they call it university, we call it college. Okay. We're going to background it. Let's see if we get a failure exception. We may. Let's see here. Work result failure. All right, we're gonna have to go here and see. I wonder what the problem is. So this crashed, but it doesn't give a reason. Oh, format to profile. This is probably what happened. Let's see if this worked. Yeah, I'm just a little scared and excited about it. I soon gonna join a universita about computer science and engineering. I'm actually now at high school. Cool, yeah. Definitely stick around. Um, it's definitely a good place to be, at least in the stream. And you can always catch the streams after, and you can just kind of put it on, and it might help you feel like you're studying with somebody. So, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get around the time zone. I wish I could stream 24/7, but that is currently not my job. All right, let's see here. Let's see it run. It prints this, and it prints the task, and then it goes into the app list, and it fails here. It fails in get usage stats. I don't know if there's really a way to debug this, but I can try. All right, let's see here. Wait, where'd it go? Failure to get battery. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't help. I think it's catching an exception, but I don't really know what it is. So we're gonna try this again. It's a little weird for sure, because it steps over. Okay, it steps over, it fails, it goes here. Can I not, we can't even print statement it because it's saying it's not defined. What is this? It's failing. It's failing off the bat. Maybe because it's in an isolated environment, it doesn't see the method channel. Hmm. Hmm. That's a little difficult. Right, this isn't an isolate. This isn't a virtual machine, so there's currently no build context. There's no build context. Do I need to make a widget? Let me see what you guys are saying. I firstly want to be an architect, but now I decided to be a programmer. I think it suits me better. Cool. I have a degree in CS and have only worked as a freelancer. Now I'm on master's degree for AI and machine learning. I always thought that engineers do things differently, but it's cool to see you go through the same process, Stack Overflow, etc. Yeah, no. I mean, I'm sure there's some, like, in my work environment, it is a little bit different because I do have a better understanding of what I do for work. So lots of times I could kind of draw on my own knowledge in order to investigate something or work through something. But when I'm working on open source projects, I'm pretty much the same as every other software engineer. You have to go and find your answers. You have to research it, like research what you need. And you need to just debug things over and over again because you don't really know. You don't really know how it all works, right? You're trying to figure it out. So, yeah. Um, I'm glad that I could just debunk this or debunk how programming is because sometimes I feel like people will go on live streams and will be crazy programmers, like amazing programmers, but it's like yes, like everyone gets there eventually, but um it kind of starts like this, like people kind of just learning new languages, learning new pieces of technology and taking it from there. Um I don't really know what to do because this is failing. I think it's failing. I think it's failing because there's no Flutter framework. This is all happening. This is all happening in a virtual machine. So let's do maybe I should just spawn and isolate. Spawn and isolate and use. Platform channels are only able to be used from the UI thread. Ah. So that's why platforms don't work in background. Okay, in background tasks. Let's see what this is. Commonly used locations. Host platform crypto, shared packaging logic. Let's see what pub dev has on background communication. Where do I have? Okay, callback dispatcher is in its own. Am I allowed to put this in main? Like these pragmas, or do they need to be separated? Main app state. Let's see if this works. What if I put this like in here? Am I allowed to? I think I tested this before, but I don't know. What do I think about using AI for programming? Chat AI is interesting. I don't know how I feel about it. Sometimes it helps with really simple problems, but for the most part, it's not up to par with our level of thinking yet. So it can be hard sometimes if you're looking for very like niche and specific problems, which is what I tend to look for when I'm researching a problem. So that seems to be the main problem here. Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, it needs to be a Flutter entry point. So that's wrong. Okay. I wonder if they have anything for these. See example use. Let's see. This is a little confusing. test services registration. Okay, so this creates, I think this creates a VM. The Flutter's engine constructor uses Flutter JNI class to talk to C++, Dart VM code. It uses Dart VM to manage isolates and execute code. This includes which OS thread to run. Alright, so I think I am dealing with isolates. Functionality for Flutter plugin authors. I guess what we can do here, the behavior for retries is different on each platform. Okay, I think what we need to do is we need to get this. What's up, Sonic? You didn't have school today? Nice. Yeah, I don't have work as well. All right, let's see. No. Okay, it is null. Okay, it's null. Okay, it's null. How about in here? Let's try running it here. We know at this point it's not going to have anything. At this point it won't have anything, but we can register a port with the name. Alright, let's see here. Alright, it's also null. Alright, remove these two. Well, actually, we don't know yet. We need to, I think we have to reset this. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, it's still null. Okay, this is still null. The port and name must not be null. Alright, let's try registering it. Let's try... Yeah, let's do this. I need the documentation on Flutter isolate. We're gonna have to clear out a bunch of stuff that we don't need. Clear tabs, clear mine. Streams, we don't really need this. Write a series of int. Okay, isolates here. Alright, so even the main is an isolate. You don't need to think about runs in the main isolate by default. Okay, cool. Isolate lifecycle. Where's the example? There's no example. This listens for messages. Okay. Create a receive port, get the send port, pass the send port to another isolate. How would But I tried doing a shared preference, and shared preferences don't work. Right? Is it personal or user profile? I think it's user. User profile? Where's my personal profile? Let's see. Where am I going? Where's this being saved? It's being saved over at save personal. It's called personal. All right, let's see how this goes. Oh, wait. Oh, snap. Wait. Oh, shared instances do work. Oh, that makes my life so much easier. What? Oh, it has everything in here. I mean, it doesn't have everything. Wait, what's going on here? Okay, it's sharing? See, this is incorrect data, though. Because the blocked... Sorry, there was a fly. It's bothering me. First run is equal to false. Blocked app list. Is blocked app list not being populated? See, that's how I know. Oh, did I populate? Blocked app list is equal to cast. Alright, we're gonna need to see where exactly this is used. Okay, let's see. Oh, we never said it. Wait, we never said it, right? Blocked app list. Okay, maybe it's set over here. Oh, it's only used once. Wait, what are we doing? Oh, because we never actually blocked anything in real time. Oh, I see. Okay, so for example, if I did this, we restarted the app, we went into debug mode, and this is like a first time run. It resets, everything gets saved. It's pretty much like a first run off the bat, like somebody first backgrounding an app. Then this would work, and it would share the instance. Wait, I think it's upsetting because I figured all this stuff out before, but I just was implementing it incorrectly. I thought it was broken and it wasn't working. Okay, so this is going to run, which is fine because that's incorrect. It's not running with the new version of it. We're going to run it again. And now if we look at the blocked app list, where is it? Where is it? Is day enabled? Okay, I think I'm seeing the whole schedule. I might need to do a, I might need to print out the whole, how do I do it again? It's dev.log, dev. Let's see this. What's going on? Oh, wait. How do I do this? It's a double question mark. Okay. Let's try this out again. And then if this works, we don't need to use isolate name servers and whatnot. I'll be pretty happy about that. Hey, what's up, Eric? What's up, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Hello, hello. Let's see. This is going to give us nothing because we didn't background it yet. Nice. Okay, so let's look at all of this data. This might be a little too much, I think. But here we can see blocked app list right here. So that's how we know that it worked. And it ends over here, I think. No, it ends right here. I wonder why there's so many, it seemed a little incorrect that we have so many start days. Oh, it's because we have more than one work schedule. Okay. So yeah, we're sending over a lot of data, or we're saving a lot of data, but that's okay. This is all just test data. Realistically, people won't have this many work schedules. But yeah, there you go. So now we have the blocked app list. And this makes programming so much easier because now we don't have to deal with isolates. We can just stop this program, honestly, because we're going to make a lot of changes. We don't need... we're just going to comment it out for now because we don't know if this is going to work or not. So we'll do something like this. We'll like comment it out but keep it in line. And we'll do the same thing as well here. And now that we can test this for a shared instance, we are going to comment this out, which means commenting this. And now we have, okay. I think here we're going to test. Okay, so let's use actual. What is this going to be? This is going to be a string. Okay, if this is a string, we'll need to, all we have to do is turn it into, we have to just read the profile, right? Yeah, we just have to decode this. And then decoding, hold on. And then decoding the profile. Where do we have to update it, I think. Let me see. Yeah, so we never had to do this before, but I think we're going to need to read the personal profile because we have to grab the data from cache by reading it. We have to create another instance of a personal profile, and then we have to update it, which loads the data in, and then we can use all the information. So I think that's how we're going to do it. So To start this off, I think we would want a personal profile. You can call it a user profile, and we can just instantiate it, which will do pretty much nothing. I wonder if we can make an easy constructor here. Let's make a constructor. Let's do, where should we put it? At the top, right? So first we're going to have this one, which is just like an empty, like this. And then we're going to have, how did we do this again? I don't usually make a lot of constructors yet, so, or I'm not used to it, I should say. So we need, what is it, overlay? Overlay main? Wait, where did I put this? Oh, it's a profile app, right? Yeah, profile. Okay, so it's that and then a dot. Okay, so personal profile dot from, we don't have to put, yeah, we don't have to from cache, from shared preferences. Update personal profile, read personal profile. All right, will this work? Because personal profile has a late shared preferences, which is done with initialize pref, and initialize pref doesn't get initialized here, right? Yeah, it doesn't. So how does this work? Because I was able to use it here. Oh, because it's already been initialized, right? It's already been initialized when the main program starts it. I think that's what it's telling me. Let's say how to track if a late variable my company has asked one of the devs to learn a mobile technology for building mobile apps for our clients. Note that I will probably be alone doing the work and the backend will probably be in Java. I'm torn between React and Flutter. Any advice? If you are what does your, okay, so since you're working with devs, plural, that changes a lot. So if you're working by yourself, it doesn't matter, React or Flutter, they're both cross mobile platforms or cross-platform frameworks. So it doesn't matter off the bat because they just both do the same thing for the most part. It's really if you're more comfortable with JavaScript or Dart. JavaScript / TypeScript, right? The thing that makes a difference here is the fact that you're collaborating with other people. And so it would be in your best interest to choose a technology stack that everybody is used to. Because if you're not, oh wait, no, you said you will be working alone. If you're working alone, it doesn't matter. If it's in Java, if it's in Java, it doesn't matter. Natively, React and Flutter provide support for Java, so you can always go into an Android file and you can code in Java. But both of those frameworks are in JavaScript and Dart. Like that's the native languages for them. So maybe there might be a better framework if it's primarily in Java. I would also recommend that Java um, shouldn't be what you're using for a mobile application. I would probably recommend Kotlin if it's based off Java, or Swift if it's iOS. And if you want to do cross-platform, then React, Flutter for JavaScript, and Dart. But yeah, that is my 2 cents. Hopefully that helps you out. But yeah. See, why can't I do this out the gate? Like, why can't I just... Let's try this. Let's try... Okay, apparently this also has to be, okay. So I think this is correct. We can probably just add a Boolean here. We don't have to save this into cache because we want this to always be false when it starts. And that way we can check here that if pref is initialized, then we can do this. And if it's not initialized, I guess if someone accidentally constructor should usually be used after being initialized, which is done early in main. In the event that this function is used, when pref isn't initialized, treat it like a normal All right, that seems pretty good. We don't need to worry about this anymore. What's the problem here? Yeah, I don't think we ever want prefs to be null. Like, we want to make sure that it does exist at all points. So I think that this is fair. I think, let's see, personal profile dot from shared preferences. All right, so let's see if this works. Kind of doing this all for the first time, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, hey Tina, what's up? What's up? You're lurking? All right, cool. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate it. Hopefully studying is going well for you. Thank you so much. The backend will primarily be interacting with the software called Business Central, written in application language, so the app will be used for financial services. Okay, cool. Yeah, good luck with making the app. I've never heard of that business service, but it does sound interesting. Let me know how it ends up going, Eric. Hope you're having a good time. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Debugging is not as painful as it was the other days. So yeah, it's going by. I'm hoping here that I can get something working. So let's see. All right, if I background it, before we start everything, let's just see if, no. What is happening? Pref has not been initialized. Okay. The preference has not been initialized. Let's see. Alright, there's definitely something wrong here, so let's trigger this again. See the breakpoint. Oh, interesting. Is it because I created a new... Ah, yes, okay. Dang, okay. This needs to be its own... Yeah, this needs to be included. Ah, alright. So let's do prefs.set boolean is... Do I just name it whatever the property is? Is first run. Just first run. So yeah, we'll just take out the is. I wonder if it's worth it to set the value. I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter here. I think the only reason I did it this way is because I set it as one or the other, and that way it can be updated. But here, it doesn't really matter because we're setting it to true. So I think this logic is okay. It kind of feels a little bit weird because the order feels weird. Like the order looks so weird. But okay, so this preference is initialized. Okay. But this is a paradox because we have to check if the preference is initialized here, but we won't know until we set it. And in order to grab this information, in order to update pref initialized, we need to update it. Okay, so this doesn't work. This isn't correct. I mean, I guess, and we can't initialize pref like this in here because it's a constructor, so I can't mark it as asynchronous. Well, at the very least, we can remove adding the boolean. I wonder if this is even possible then. Maybe we don't make it... Okay, maybe we just don't make it a constructor then. Maybe we should just have it be a method. What does initialize pref do? So maybe we just do something like this. Initialize pref gets the instance. It checks if it's first run, which is fine. And what do we do in main? What do we do to load it? Initialize profile. Okay, this actually doesn't make any sense. Because initializing the pref this doesn't load the data in at any point. Does it load it in here? Main model. No, it doesn't. Okay, so I think there's a flaw in my program. I think that this isn't loading things in properly, because this initializes a preference, and then what it does here, oh no, it does, it does read it. Okay. Okay. So shouldn't initialize pref just be yeah, this should just, what am I doing? This should just always be a part of this, like that, right? Expected a class, wait, what? Oh. And then, wait, does this even make sense? It does not make sense, because we would need to do this, and then we would need to do this, right? And we need all of this. We need all of this to happen. Okay, so that's why we do it that way. Okay. So I guess we could just do it this way. We could just do personal profile dot and we can do this. Okay. Let's try this out. I mean, we don't even need this, right? I mean, it's just a plain remove this. Okay. We try again. Map.string is not a... Wait, what did I do? We can just refresh this and see what happens. Oh wait, I think I just didn't. Oh. Alright, what did we get? We got the same error message, I think. You know what it is? I think this is the same problem we had when we were trying to pass the blocked app list. I think we need to fix how we convert the block app list into all of this. Okay. Because schedule list has its own decoding. Item from JSON map. Okay, so let's do something similar. Let's do and then change all of these. Item from JSON. Does JSON work here? What's our profile app? Okay. Profile app from JSON. JSON does this, and then it adds it to the list. All right. Let's try this out. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we can try. I feel like this is always scary when I'm trying to. Oh wait, this is not gonna work. It's not even gonna work because I didn't yeah, we didn't even blocked app list dot cat. Okay, yeah. So we have to do yeah, casting doesn't work for complicated objects. Okay, because I think it's storing it fine. I think the problem is when it's decoding. I think. Also, there has to be a way to make an iterable here because this is like the same logic. We're kind of replicating it. I want to look into that next. We're just adding it to the list of stuff, but honestly, I really want to learn how to do iterables or do like template work. So I think it can be fun. All right, let's see here. Right, that works. Woo! We did it! Yay! Ow, my shoulder. I hurt myself. Okay, cool. Okay, we did it. Okay. Okay, it's a vibe. It's a freaking vibe. Okay. I'm so happy. Okay, that worked. I didn't think it would work, but it worked. The next thing here is to ditch all of this. Do we ditch all of this? Oh, I don't know. I mean, obviously this logic doesn't work. We didn't even solve the main part of the problem, which is like, how did we even get up here? I think I was on Gemini. I think I was on Gemini and then it used a shared preference and I was like, wait, doesn't that mean that it can work? And it worked. Okay, so we do still need... Oh, you can do this. You can set the port, grab the send port, get a receiver port. Okay. And then after we get the receiver port, we would how do we do this? Do we have to spawn an isolate? See, because it's telling me to spawn an isolate in the main isolate, which would just be our main program. But if our main app is an isolate as well, then we don't have to spawn it. And if the entry point that we created with background threads is its own isolate, then we don't have to spawn it, which means that no spawning. We create a send port. We can probably just do something like this, right? We register it and then we just full send it. We just send it randomly. Okay, the receiver port listens and then the send port sends a message. So let's try doing that first. Let's try sending a message and receiving a message and see how it goes. What's up, Battle XOP, Battle Cross OP, Battle OP? Welcome to the stream. I'm doing well. How are you doing? We are trying to figure out what's the best way to explain this? How to communicate between threads is like the simplest way to explain it in Flutter/Dart, but it's also it's a little more complicated to get into it on why they're not exactly threads. But yeah, we're coding. We're having a great time. We're coding. We're debugging things. We're making slow progress, but we're getting there. How is your day? How are you doing? My rib. I hurt my rib. Guys, in like 30 minutes, I have to go eat dinner or lunch. So if I'm gone, that is why. Okay. So we can't ever grab this applet from this isolate. The reason why is because method channels, which are the things that connect to our native part of the app, which has to do with platform specific code, only goes that code method channels that method channels only or platform channels only work on the UI thread, and the UI thread is the main thread, which is our main app. And if we are on an isolate, which is our background thread, we cannot call it, which means that we should just delete this because this isn't ever going to work. And instead, we need to create some communication that will, like over here, logic for sending a request to a receive port in main and getting an updated usage data. So we'll start by just trying to get the usage data first and see how that goes. But what else do we not need? Oh, I'm drawing a blank on what I was going to do. Okay, we don't need this anymore. We've established that, which is great. I don't know what this is doing here. We don't need this. Cleaning up a little bit, making sure everything looks good. Okay, I think we're good here. We don't need this, right? User profile initial. Yeah, I don't think we need to do this. We don't need to get the string. And we don't need... Do you even need shared pref get instance? Not really, right? Yeah. We just have to create the profile, initialize preferences, and do that. If anything, it just updates the information, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And it's a pretty quick run, this method, so it's not going to take up too much milliseconds. Okay. Let's just do... Let's just start by... Where's the listen port again? Like, how do I create it? Like this? Okay, so let's do this. Let's see if I can just run it here. Receive port. I wonder what this adds. It's from isolate. Wait, let me see. Yeah, it is from isolate. Okay. So receive port here, and then receive port dot listen. Is it like that? How do I do it? Where do I go? Listen and then a message. Wait, what? Listen. Oh, it's in it. Okay. Whoops. So let's see if this works first, and I'm pretty sure that receive port dot send port. Receive port dot send port. Should I do this in a user profile? The user profile is listening and it holds the send port. I don't know yet. What's up, Arion? Welcome to the stream. Hopefully I didn't murder your name. Welcome to the community. Welcome to the stream. What are the resources you are using to learn Flutter? I also have an idea for an app, but I am a newbie to the world of coding. Well, welcome. Welcome to the world of coding. Hopefully you don't have a lot of pain debugging like I am. So how should I go about it? Yeah, so in terms of resources of what I'm learning for Flutter, Flutter is currently still being being developed. I think like it's established itself for sure, but there's definitely less support than other frameworks that are more established, like Express or Node or React, mainly the JavaScript frameworks. Flutter is a framework that is built with the Dart language. So um, it didn't get as much traction in the past. It is getting more traction I've seen in the past year, which I'm really happy about because it means there's more support from developers. And the way that I would go about it would be to go on Flutter tutorials. I think you can literally just type Flutter tutorial and it'll be the first thing that shows up. Yeah, so you can go to Flutter tutorial. You'll get put to write your first app. It'll go into how you're supposed to install things and test things. And then you can kind of go through writing your first app. So there's a whole like, this will get you through a good amount. Like if you start the code lab, it'll just kind of go over like how to just create a button and how to do all of this. So this will give you a good brief introduction. And then once you get to the end of it, you go to next steps, and then there's an advanced version. There's also this additional link at the bottom here, flutter.dev/learn. And there's a bunch of different ways to just learn different things if you're a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. And you can just kind of dive into anything that you feel you need to learn in order to start learning Flutter. My recommendation, do just the initial, like your first Flutter app. And then after this, just like it'll cover, like it's going to cover this, which is just like basic layouts, basic buttons, how to put buttons onto an app. And then what I would do is I would like, this also helps you get started with installing the app and knowing how to initialize a project. So just learning how to install and get a project up and running. And that's all you really need. After you know how to initialize things, you can just go into your app and just start building it. Start, like what I ended up doing was I went into Figma, which there's a free version of it, which is a little bit limiting, but it's fine. I went into Figma. I have to log in, but I went into Figma and I started making mocks, and I just started making really bad UI mocks. I'm not the best designer. I am a full stack engineer, but I also am not very good at it. And so when I first started, like, let me see if I have some of my first drafts looked like this, you know. It just kind of had a layout. These are called wireframes, by the way. So these are UI mocks that don't have any color or design. It just kind of gets a feel for where you want certain block elements to be. And so, for example, when I was first making this and I didn't know what exactly I needed to do, I just started putting things onto into a Figma screen. And then I started thinking like, okay, what do I need? So for example, this element right here is a text box, right? So the first thing I did was I searched up Flutter, how to create a text box. Eventually you'll figure out that this is called a text widget, but the point is that you just Google it and you'll end up finding your answer. Here I found another text box, and then I thought about, okay, well, how do I group widgets together? And then, you know, because I want all of these to be in a box together. So that's when you get, you search up how to group elements together in Flutter. You'll eventually come across columns and rows. So frameworks in general, whether you do React or whether you do Flutter, frameworks have a lot. It can be very overwhelming. It can feel like a fire hose. And so the best thing to do is to just start on your app, work on each element one at a time, and just learn as you go. Just find what you need in order to make something happen, put it onto your app, and then work from there. See what problems you're dealing with, see if you want certain behaviors to be different, or if you're looking for something that's a little bit different. Like maybe you see a, for example, maybe I'm creating this button, but I don't, and I search up a button, but like, how do you create a button in Flutter? I look it up, it gives me an answer. I put it onto, I write the code and I make the button, but the button layout and the button style isn't exactly what I want. that's the type of moment when you start to drill down, right? You start to learn more specific things about the app. So you search up, how can I create different button styles? How can I change the color of my button? How can I change the shape of my button? How can I change the edges of like the border of my button, right? Like these are all questions that you end up getting, and it helps you explore the framework. It helps you learn more on how to like slowly build your project, and it's all just like very incremental. Just think about a for loop, except I goes to like 999. Like it is very much like a lot of iterations. You learn things at a very small pace, and eventually as you start to learn more about the framework, you'll just start going faster and faster. You'll start to be like kind of like how I'm speaking. You'll be like, oh well, this is a text widget, this is a button widget, this is a column and a row, and these are the intricacies behind how to use all of them. So take your time, and it'll all work out. It is a little frustrating, but if you ever need help, you can always just jump back into the stream and you can ask me questions. If you're in a different time zone, because usually I don't stream around this time, then feel free to join the Discord and ask questions there, because I will answer. Like it's easier for me to answer questions if you're in a different time zone and I'm not like in stream talking about it. You can also leave comments in the YouTube channel videos or the YouTube streams. I check those as well. So eventually you'll get your answers one way or another, no matter what format you do. Just the important thing is to ask questions either through Google or either through me. Like you can ask me as well. I think any way doesn't matter, as long as you ask the questions, you search for the answers, and you find them. And I think you'll be okay. So welcome to the world of coding. Hopefully I fire hosed you as well, and I threw a lot at you. But you can always watch the stream back, and you can kind of rehash all the things that I said. Maybe take some notes and make it a little bit more concise, so it's not just me rambling on for a bunch of different stuff. Planning to learn Flutter because it would be faster than Jetpack Compose. Yeah, I mean, 100%. I think it is intuitive enough once you get the hang of it. I think it took me about a month or two to understand it, like understand how to use a framework, how to use Dart. Granted, I am like I am very like I'm not very seasoned, but I am a seasoned coder at this point, so I am used to changing languages a lot. But that was 1 to 2 months of me learning this language, doing like an hour a day. So for people that don't have a full-time job, like if you are still in school and you have like 8 hours to kill, you can probably get a handle for it in like 2 3 weeks, a month maximum, if you really put your mind to it. Just don't burn yourself out. Just take your time, do whatever feels natural, make sure that you're having fun, because that's the important part about coding. You should always try to be, and that's the important thing about life, right? Like you should always be trying to do what you find fun. So make sure that while you're building your app, while you have an idea, you're having fun with it, you're enjoying it. If you feel burnt out, don't feel bad about stopping the program, or like stop coding and to come back to it later. I've had moments where I would start stream and 20 30 minutes later I'd be like, okay, like I'm done. And there's also been times when I go like this and I'm like coding for 2 hours or 3 hours, and I just and I'm able to go a little bit more. So it's really just the time of day, and you'll get there. You'll definitely get there. Just keep progressing, keep asking questions, and you'll be okay. Uh, Thank you so much for taking the time. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't mind at all. Just one more thing. I'm scared about the back end. Like I've tried replicating the UI part from some tutorials on YouTube, although I have to dive headfirst. Yes, it is. Yes, back end is scary. No, I totally get what you're saying. When you get, especially the way that self-learning is in a lot of the tech community, they will hook things up to the web in a lot of different instances. So they'll use HTTP requests, or they'll use asynchronous methods. They'll use a lot of things that can also be overwhelming, especially when diving into it. And that's why I say to do tutorials on your own and to learn things incrementally, because the thing about tutorials is that the person that is teaching is trying to make concise videos in 30 minutes to an hour. And the truth is that whether you want to believe it or not, an hour of a veteran coder giving information in a succinct way is a fire hose. Like, yes, it is good for understanding how things are put together and roughly get an idea, like, okay, like this is UI, JavaScript for backend, like this is how they hooked up the API. But to even like let's take it from the perspective of a newbie coder, and I just say this because I self-learned myself. If you know nothing about like anything, and this person just you're just getting into coding and you go into this tutorial and someone's like, okay, what we're gonna do next is we're gonna like go into the backend and we're gonna create an API. One, the word backend is intimidating because it's like, what the heck does backend mean? And two, you say the word API, which is an acronym, which like if people are really a go-getter, they'll like most people will be like, okay, I don't even know what API is, I give up. Or if you're a go-getter, you'll search it up and you'll be like, okay, like this is what API means. It means application package interface. But application package interface doesn't even mean anything to you yet. You don't know what it means. So that's why I think it's important to do things on your own and do things incrementally, because the language that you use to learn is different from the language that someone is using to teach. And sometimes the two languages don't connect with each other because it's different, you know? It's a tad different. And usually like the people that understand are the people that aren't complete beginners. Like you kind of have a gist of a lot of things. And so the tutorials are less of a fire hose. But definitely like Flutter does a good job of letting you do a lot of UI stuff without having to worry about connecting backend. So that'll probably help you to absorb the information a little bit more. And then after that, I recommend like for backend stuff, try hooking stuff up on the back end. Like don't worry about hooking it up to a database, hooking it up to things online. Try to do it all locally, which is what I'm doing now. Like I mock a lot of data. Let me see if I can pull something up here. This is a good one, probably. I mock a lot of data here in this bracket. Just look at the highlighted line. So I create different fake apps with different images, with different different categories. And this is all information that's supposed to mock what it would look like if if this was user data. So you can get around knowing how to craft backend APIs by creating mock data and kind of playing around with it. And then the only difference after that, like the step after that, after you get used to it, is to just think about how do I phrase this? Instead of using mock data, it would literally just condense this whole line into, or not even condense the lines. You might just send each part of this data to a database or through a HTTP request. Like it's really just replacing lines at that point. But working in things locally is a little bit easier to understand before you jump into a lot of web domain stuff. And I know that when I did it, I got super overwhelmed. I tried working with AWS stuff, like AWS servers. I tried working with Azure at one point. I am probably going to try Firebase, which is the Google version of databases. But I have a better understanding of it now because I did things locally first. I, of course, tried my hand and tried to dive deep, but it didn't work out well, you know? They never work out well when you start. And that's because backend on its own is overwhelming. Databases on their own is overwhelming. Like UI by itself is overwhelming. So you got to take each piece one at a time. Tutorials don't do a great job of giving you the amount of time to soak it all in. And that's why like a lot of tutorials, you do have to watch things over and over again to understand it. And even when you understand it, like it just doesn't help solidify things because you're learning little bits and pieces. And yeah, you're getting enough to get started, but that is what this is for. Where is it? Like that is what this is for. This is to get you started. This is all you need to get started. Everything after that, it's not going to apply. Doing a weather app tutorial is not going to help you with your app idea. It gives you a general gist of how to, like, the general things are going to apply between the tutorial and your main app, or your app idea. So learning how to initialize and learning how to initialize a project, learning how to start writing Dart, learning how to import headers. Like, these general concepts are the things that are going to transfer over. But learning how to specifically use rows or columns to do the thing that you want, that is not something that is going to transition over. It will make you more familiar with rows and columns. You'll be like, oh, this is what a row is. This is what a column is. But the best way to learn is to just go and do it, learn incrementally, and just take your time with it and have fun. So, little TED talk over there. Thank you for listening to my rant, for my yapping. I hope that it helps you guys out. So where was I? I was trying to figure out how to use send ports. Okay. Oh, I was asking if I should save the user profile, or if the user profile should save the send port. Probably, right? Like, I don't want to send input data. I mean, we can, but okay. Okay, cool. We're going to write a note to just debate send if we should save receive port send port into our user profile. Initialize a send port in our background task and send a message back to the main. I'll just say main, and send a message back to main and receive port in main should listen to it. Okay, cool. I think that's a good place to take a little break. I am going to have lunch. So what time is it? It is 11:54, so we'll say 12. It's like 12ish. I'll come back around 1:10. Sometimes I come back a lot quicker, so don't worry, guys. I'm gonna leave this up here. Maybe you guys can just stare at code. Or maybe, yeah, no, this is okay. And hopefully you guys can see. I don't even know if all of these words, it looks a little blurry to me. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I hope this quality is good for you. Okay, no, I think the quality is good. I think I'm just going crazy. Okay, guys, I will be back. I'm going to eat. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you are Eastern time, just like me, then take your time as well and take a break. And I will be back. All right. I am back then. We are back. Cool. Hello, hello. Guys, I am exhausted. Also, there's no one here, so maybe I should end it while nobody is here. Nobody will know that I left, or no one will know that I even came back. Also, I said 110 though, so maybe people also took a break and they're like, oh, he'll be back at 110. So maybe I'll stick around for like 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes, let people come back in. And if they don't come back in, that's cool too. Okay, cool. All right, 10, 20 minutes on the clock. We'll try to do our best here. And let's try to do a little bit more work and then call it. We were doing well before the break. I'm getting a little bit of like food coma, but we are going to make it work. So, let's. What is a send port? Is it a string? How exactly do I? Okay, we were doing all of this, so let's clear all of this out. We don't need that anymore. And oh no, oh no, I forgot where I was. Send port. Apparently you could send it as a string. Oh, send port to string. Okay. So let's. Fine. We will allow it. We'll allow it. User profile dot, and let's just test this out. So, let's do. I don't know why I use single quotes over double quotes here, but that's okay. Send port. We can clean this up after. And send port equals JSON dot send port. Okay, so that hooks that up. I honestly don't know what's happening here, but you can try doing send port. And let's just try this. Well, what is this here? Receive port isn't defined for the type. What? Try importing a library that defines receive port. What are you talking about? Did I spell it wrong? RECEIV. What? Oh. What the heck? User profile dot send port is equal. I mean, this goes here. Okay, cool. All right. Let's try running this. Let's see what Arian said. I know this was an hour ago, so you'll probably be gone by now, but you can always, maybe you'll check the stream later. I've made a basic UI watching a tutorial, but I forgot everything. You keep coding. We'll ask many more questions, but that's ordinary. Thanks a ton. Okay, so he headed out. We're chilling. We're fine. We are doing well. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, wait. Okay, I need... Okay, while that's running, let's just see what's going on here. Alright. Let's background this app. Let's see how everything initializes. Oh. Is that correct? Receive port. That's send port. Does this have any parameters? String debug name? It has a send port, and the send port looks like this, and okay, I don't know. But it is sending something. It is sending something. So let's assume that this is working for fun. And so now we can do send port is equal to user profile dot send. Wait, how do I send port? How do you create a send port? Oh, send port dot from string. Interesting. Dot from string. try this. All right, let's try this. We get the send port, and then, okay, we get the send port, we look it up. I don't know if this is gonna work, I'm gonna be honest. But we'll see. All right, let's see here. We get send port. This is null. Ah, dang. Okay, this isn't working. I think we have to do this. We have to register it first, right? Register and then grab it later on. Something like this. I wish that there was documentation on this. Maybe I should make documentation on this. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right, let's see here. We can skip this. Doesn't matter. Okay, let's see. Oh, it worked. Nice. And test. Okay, nice. Okay. So this is working now. And then we can say, and we can send a message. Let's see. Hello from the other side. And here it'll respond message. We could do print received. Okay. And let's see if this works. All right, we background. We end the task. It goes, woo! We did it! We did it! Okay, that is worthy of a break. All right, we did it. We're good. Okay. All right, thank you guys for joining. I may be back later. I am gonna recharge for a bit. Oh, what's up, Kamar? Hey, Joemer, I haven't stopped by in a while. Good to see that you are making good progress on your application. Yeah, no, I mean, you came back at the right time because I didn't make any progress for 3 weeks, and then I came back and I started making a lot of progress. But I am about to end stream because I woke up at 5 a.m. this morning. It is currently 1 p.m. and I'm tired and I need to recharge. So I'm sorry that you came in and I'm heading out, but I might be back later. I might nap and then come back and then code some more. But if you don't see me then, you'll see me a different time. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody who stopped by. Hopefully you guys got some good tips. Check out the stream if you're watching this video and you aren't subscribed, then subscribe. And also you can watch the other videos to get some more tips and advice and also code with me and whatnot. But I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for coming.